Hey everybody, this video is going to talk about our final week 15 assignments. So I'm going to talk about the exam first, and then I'll do the discussion forum, just because the exam should be really quite brief. The thing you should know about exam 5 is it covers everything from module 5, but you have from Monday, December 5th through Wednesday, December 14th to take the exam. I know we're at the end of the semester. I know you have a lot on your plate. So know that if you need a little extra time, you have until Wednesday, December 14th, or the Wednesday of finals week to actually go in and take the exam. So the exam, you have 2 hours to complete this exam. This one is worth 75 points, but know that the makeup is still the same in the sense that it's all multiple choice, true, false, fill in the blank, or matching. But you have additional time on this one because, we're not like in a textbook. This is still open book and open resources, but you've got a lot of those. You've got the TAP 21, you've got the Code of Ethics, you've got all of these other handouts that are all that have the potential to be included on this exam. So know that this exam covers all of the content from module 5. So again, it's open book, open notes, but you do need to work independently on the exam. Be sure to set aside enough time, uninterrupted time, to take the exam, because once you're in it, you can't exit and come back. And then when you finish the exam, be sure to hit submit so that it saves your answers. So again, the big thing there is you have until Wednesday, December 14th to take the exam. There won't be any extensions. We're at the end of the semester. We've got to wrap this up. So be sure to take it. And you can find it at the bottom of the module 5 page. So let's go back out then and look at our final discussion forum for week 15. Okay, so again, remember these discussion forums in module 5 are worth 40 points, whereas your other ones were only worth 20. So the reason is because they are more, they're more robust, right? They're more detailed than maybe some of the other forums that we did. So for this forum, each of you will be assigned a specific portion of the NADAC Code of Ethics. Please answer and elaborate the following questions. So in your primary initial post, you're going to state the principal, number, and description assigned. So for example, Principle 7, supervision and consultation. You can find your assigned topic in this week's Moodle book in the next steps/assignments chapter. So in the module 15 or in the week 15 overview, I went through that in a little more detail. So I'm not going to do it again in this video, but no, you can click this link and find out which principle from the Code of Ethics you have been assigned to. So each section has more than one student assigned to it. So please note that you are to complete this assignment independently. Number 2 is provide an overview of the ethical responsibilities outlined in your section of the NADAC Code of Ethics. What are the main concepts from your section? So really, you're going to take all of the things that were discussed in your section and you're going to provide an overview of it. So be sure to include citations, and discuss really the main concept. So what is, if Principle 7 is my assigned, what really does supervision and consultation mean? What are the main concepts about supervision and consultation in terms of ethical responsibilities? So number 3, write a brief ethical dilemma that you would use your assigned section of the Code of Ethics to resolve. So note that you may use other sections of the Code of Ethics to inform your decision as well. So if you were assigned Principle 7, supervision and consultation, you're going to make sure that you're incorporating that section of the Code of Ethics, but you also might be incorporating some information from like the assessment section of the Code of Ethics or the confidentiality section of the Code of Ethics to help with your dilemma, depending on what that dilemma is. So be sure to, cite those sections that you're in and incorporating and just know that you might use other ones. So really, number 3, write an ethical dilemma. So, and then in number 4, you're going to use the decision-making model from principle 8 to discuss how you would resolve this dilemma. So every single student, regardless of what principle you were assigned to, is going to look at principle 8 as well, familiarize yourself with the decision-making model, and use that model to discuss how you would resolve this dilemma. And again, I want to see you pulling from the Code of Ethics. You might also be pulling from TAP 21 from last week to show how you would resolve this dilemma and what considerations. Number 5, why are ethics important to your future LAC practice? And number 6, what steps will you take and how will you ensure that you are an ethical practitioner? So this is a lot. I want to see a lot of discussion here. And then in your responses, are there any principles from your assigned section of the NADAC Code of Ethics that apply to the ethical dilemma discussed by your classmates? Share them. Number 2, do you agree with your classmates' application of the decision-making model to address the ethical dilemma? What are the strengths and anything you would change or other considerations you would make as you read their ethical dilemma, right? So we're helping our classmates see some of the things that they might miss. We all have our own perspectives, and I've got to tell you, the Code of Ethics is robust. We're splitting it up between all of us because it's so big. So it's easy, especially as we're learning, to overlook some of those other sections. And lastly, did your classmates share anything that helps you recognize ways in which you can ensure you are an ethical practitioner? What are they? Or is there anything your classmate missed that you identified that might help them ensure ethical practice? So there's probably, you probably actually have stuff to write on both of those things. Again, this is such a robust topic that there are probably things that your classmate identified that you missed, and also things that you identified that your classmate didn't include. So help synthesize that and help share that with your classmates. So that's it. This is your final assignment in this class, your final written assignment in this class. So due dates are the same as every other week: Wednesday for your primary posts, Friday for your response posts. If you need a refresher on confidentiality and grading criteria, check out these links here. I think you guys have got this, but I want to hear from you if you have questions. So email, head on over to that homepage. Let's, end our semester with a good, robust discussion about ethics. How exciting. All right. Thanks, everybody. Enjoy your week.